Okay, so we're looking at our homework, and the word problem says Alex needs at least $310 for new speakers. He has already saved $120. He earns $10 per hour at his part-time job. Write and solve an inequality to determine how many hours he will need to work to buy the speakers. Interpret the solutions. So we have clue words that I'm looking for. I see the words at least, and that means that at minimum, I need $310. So that I know at least means greater than or equal to. He says he already saved $120, and then he earns $10 per hour. The important word here is per, which is the same thing as saying each. So looking at what I need to do here, my first box is going to be my rate, and I know that my rate also includes some kind of variable, so I'm just going to put an X in there, and then it's plus or minus my constant. The constant happens how many times, ladies? Once. The constant happens once. So is there a number here that happens just one time? I might have to read it again. Alex needs at least three. Actually, at least is like where I would find an equal sign. And I know that this is my inequality symbol instead of my equal sign. So how much do I at least need to have?
310.
So that's my total, 310. Okay, it's all about looking for clue words. And then I keep reading. He has already saved $120. He earns $10 per hour. So this per means that I found my rate, because per hour means for every hour it's going to be changing. It's $10 for the first one, $10 more for the second hour, $10 more for the third. So this is the stuff that's changing. So that's my rate. So I'm going to put 10x for $10 per hour. And what's my constant? 120. And am I adding or am I subtracting? We are adding, so that's addition. So, algebra tile model, we don't have to do it. That'd be crazy. We'd be drawing for days. Algebraic representation, we'll just rewrite it. 10x, and make sure to leave yourself enough space to solve. Equals, 10x plus 120 is greater than or equal to 310. And we just solve this like a regular algebra problem. I have a right side and a left side. Over here on the left, I have my variable, but I first need to get rid of my constant. So how do I get rid of a positive 120?
Negative 120.
Yep, and do it to both sides. The 120s cancel out, and some of you still want to forget to bring down the 10x. Don't forget your inequality symbol. I got 190. Everybody else get that? Almost, still working? Okay, if I subtract, I borrowed from that 1. I'm sorry, from that 3 to make 11. 11 minus 2 is 9, and then 2 minus 1 is 1. So now I have 10x is greater than or equal to 190. All of that's in the same row of work, right? So that's my next problem. I still need to get this isolated. The 10 is being what with the x? Multiplied. So to undo multiplication, we think opposite. Divide. And we're dividing by 10. If we do it to one side, I have to do it to the other side. What's 10 divided by 10? 1. So we just bring down that x, my inequality symbol. And how many times does 10 go into 190? Let's try it out. We would pull to the side. 10 goes into 1 0 times. How about 10 into 19? Also once. Subtract. Bring down your 0. 10 into 90. Anybody? 10 into 90?
9.
Oh good, 9. My answer is 19. It's x is greater than or equal to 19. Greater than or equal to 19. So, could I put in a 35 here?
No.
35 is not greater or equal to 19?
Yes.
Oh, okay, what about 40? Could I put a 40 in there?
Yes.
Yes, so we're checking my solution. Let's pick a number that's nice and easy. I would write 10x plus 120 is greater than or equal to 190. Oops, sorry, 310. 310, because I need to use my original problem. Ladies, pick a number that's greater than 19. That's easy to multiply. Somebody say 20. 20, thank you. We're plugging in 20 for this x and rewriting everything else. The plus, the 120, the inequality, and the 310. And now I just solve like normal. 10 times 20 is? 200. Bring down the plus 120. Bring down everything else you haven't used. What's the next step in checking?
Plus
Add, right? Because it says 200 plus 120. What's 200 plus 120?
320.
320. Now, the question is 320 greater than or equal to 310?
Yes.
Yes, so that's a true statement, which means my answer is right. I have one last thing to do. What's the last thing? Graphing it, right, on my number line. I can choose to put 19 wherever I want, and then to the right of it would be 20 and 21. To the left would be 18 and 17. Is this an open or closed circle?
Open.
Open circle? Really?
Closed.
Really? Closed? Which one is it? Look in your notes.
Closed.
Closed because it's equal to. That means 19 is an option for an answer. And then which way do I draw my arrow? Numbers that are greater than or equal to.
The right.
Which one, left or right?
The right.
To the right. And I'm done.